Hi there, my name is Thomas. I'm 21 years old and I initially began seeing Thrive Consultancy at the beginning of this year. I went initially to try and resolve um, my obsessional thinking style, which had led me symptomatically to depression and other forms of anxiety. I very rarely left my room and became slightly ostracised from my other housemates and um, my friends at university, and I didn't necessarily know what to do and who to speak to, and felt like I couldn't speak to anyone. So I spent very long periods of time by myself and didn't know how to manage my thinking properly, which propagated it to get worse. So I initially got in contact with Farad at the Weybridge Clinic and went there initially just to try and resolve my obsessional thinking styles. That was my main goal. But I got so much more out of it than I'd ever considered. Um, and as I progressed through the program, I began to learn more and more through the book about the techniques that were employed and just certain ways to think about the mind and understanding how the mind works absolutely fascinated me because it all worked, it all made sense, and then using the techniques, employing the techniques, you could then see how it was proved, it can be proved how everything is said is true, and everything within that book and everything you talk about is is real. It is up to you about letting yourself, making yourself better. It's all within your hands. It's all within your grasp. Um, yeah, and so as the course progressed, my actual goals changed dramatically from just wanting to be able to get rid of my obsessional thinking and just be able to just handle it and tolerate it to actually just making myself happy, to just understand, and because now I know how to. It was just making myself happy and not letting myself get upset for no reason and be able to control those situations. It was absolutely, learning how to was absolutely amazing. It changed my life. The journey was slightly difficult to begin with, but it was the most, and it's still going through it. It's the most important and self-gratifying thing that I've ever done. I found it slightly difficult, as I said, because I found it slightly difficult to challenge my beliefs and my thinking in such a strenuous and rigorous way. And beginning to understand, I found it slightly difficult to understand to begin with that you are choosing to think how you want to think. But once you understand that through the techniques and through the book, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And then I could pick and choose what I wanted to believe in, and challenge it to any degree. So as I began to learn more about the mind and belief systems through Thrive, I began to understand myself more and more. And then I could then target and change the areas of thinking and beliefs with the techniques that were prescribed by Thrive. Um, and more than that, I'm actually so appreciative of using the Thrive Journal, which I would thoroughly suggest to anyone. I've never ever thought of using a diary before, but it was one of the most important things I did on a day-to-day basis, making sure that I had a target for the day as such within Thrive, making sure that I understood that there were certain ways that I wanted to think and there were certain things that I wanted to achieve that day, and then listing down or writing down how I wanted to achieve them. And day by day, I could then progress and then also look back at how significantly my thought process had changed and how I'd made absolutely giant steps in taking on new challenges and things like that. And it's all there in the book. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. So currently now, I'm about to begin my studies in September, which is a few months. And in the meantime, I've actually started full-time work as a front of house member in a very distinguished local restaurant, which I'd never have normally done, which is absolutely fantastic. And it's something I'd wanted to do, but I hadn't brought myself to. And Thrive Thrive provided me the groundwork for me to then build on, to then get myself to hand in a CV, go to the interview, and now day by day when I work, I then challenge myself in other ways using Thrive, which I'm so appreciative for. I now have a gym membership, and I regularly go swimming and get involved in other forms of activity that I wouldn't normally have done, which is absolutely fantastic. I love now challenging myself in so many more ways than I'd ever done before. My aspirations for the future have changed significantly. I'm no longer willing to just go along with something for the sake of it, or go into something just because I feel like I should. No more should I should do this, I should do that. It's that I want to. It's all about me wanting to do something because I want to do it. I want to challenge myself, learn more about myself, and I'm extremely forward. I'm looking forward to challenging myself and testing my new foundations in every single aspect of my life now.